Well, in Africa, for us, it's very important to have our trophy hunters because they are our biggest conservationists out here, because without them, none of this are possible, you know, looking after these game.
I met Chapungu Kambako at Safari Club and hit it off with these guys, and they hunt in Namibia. And I've always wanted to go see Namibia. I've heard about it. I've heard about the numbers and the quality of the hunts, but until you get there, you can't believe how amazing it really is.
A lot of guys out there dream to come to Africa for a first trip. You've read it in books, you've seen it on television, you read articles about it, and it's everyone's dream to come and hunt Africa, to experience what it's been about, what everyone talked about many, many years. From a professional hunter's point of view, it's a big responsibility because you have someone's dreams in your hand. You want to give them the best opportunity, the best experiences hunting Africa.
Growing up ranching is a simple life. It taught me values crucial to carrying on our heritage. Living off the land and taking care of the animals on it was part of life. From the mountains in Montana, the deer stands in Texas, to the plains of Africa, I have been blessed to go on these great adventures. This is where we practice conservation. Hunting and fishing plays a major part in this effort. Being out here with my family, my friends, is what makes memories that will carry me through my lifetime. I'm just a simple blue-collar guy with a passion for the outdoors, and I want to bring that to you.
You find in Africa, there's so many species that you don't know about. In your first trip, you learn about ones that you never thought you wanted. But one of the ones I really, really wanted to come back for was a black wildebeest. Lewis had been scouting and there was an old bull hanging out and he had one horn. And so he's one that I'm always about harvesting the old bull, the old buck, because it doesn't have to be the perfect specimen for me. If he's broke off, that's just character. So we go to where we'd been seeing him and we get set up, and sure enough, he's showing up for water, but he's got another one with him that's just as old, just as cool, but he's not broke off. And it's kind of one of those things that whatever one comes in, I'd love to get him with my bow. This water hole is crazy. We've got warthogs laying together. We've got blue wildebeest coming in. We've got zebra off in the background. We have eland. So you can see this water hole is crucial for these animals to survive, for them to be camped out on it like this. And we've got a 25, 30-yard chip shot, which is how you want to be when you bow hunt. The closer you can get and pull it off, I always encourage that because there's less room for error, and we're just waiting it out, waiting for our chance to get him. The cue, this old bull starts making 4 steps at a time to me. My heart rate's getting faster and faster every step he gets. I see he's gonna get in there. I could take a long shot. I've got a spot hog. I feel comfortable out to 80 yards, but I'm gonna be patient and wait him out, and he just keeps coming closer and closer. One of the things I studied on here was what's the perfect broadhead. And I found a new broadhead called Tooth of the Arrow. And this is gonna be a big test for it. This is a big, strong animal. He's got a lot of bone structure. I'll be honest with you, I've struggled with my bow for the last few years to the point where I was either gonna go get surgery or I was gonna quit bow hunting. And so to make 2 good shots in a row and everything's hitting where I want it to hit, there's no question that I just took a black wildebeest with my bow. It's starting to just revive that in me, and it's just that thankfulness of coming back. If you're a bow hunter, you understand there's highs and lows, and I'm gonna ride this high out as long as I can.
There he is, Jay.
Holy cow, man.
Whoa.
What a bull.
Good job.
Oh, he's down, he's down. Right to him. Gosh, best trackers in the world. Look at that old bruiser. Woo, just the top of his lung, huh?
Old one.
Look at those bosses.
Yep.
Beaut. Oh, he's a beaut.
Yep.
Wow, look at that.
Yes, look up.
What a trophy, huh?
Yep.
He was a fighter. Man,
He's an old guy.
Yep.
look at he was a great one to take out of the herd.
Coming out there. The lungs is
Bubbling.
bubbling.
Oh, thank you, beautiful wildebeest. Thank you for letting me experience this with you in Africa. Wow, what a cool hunt. We waited so long for this guy. Gosh,
It was worth the wait.
he was. You know that big giant one out there that was perfect? This one's just cool. He's so unique. That's what it's all about. What a story too, yeah.
A lot of character.
God, we spent a lot of time with him today. Thank you, Lewis.
Jay,
Chapungu Kambako, what a place you have here in Namibia.
thanks man, I'm glad you enjoy it.
This is my second time to Africa, and it's just has gotten better and better and better. I can't wait till my 10th. Huh? I'll be an old man.
Every time it just gets better, huh?
I'm so blessed to be here in Africa.
Thanks.
When you think about the plane ride and the trip, you freak out because we're 26 hours. 26 hours of time for 20 days, 20 of the best days of your life. You'll never forget your trips to Africa. This is my second time. I hope I get to come back forever, but these trips, if you die tomorrow, it was worth every life you lived to be here. It's, for a hunter, for me, it's everything I've ever dreamt about. And these guys make your dreams come true. We sat in the blind together, and they keep you in the game. We saw 8 species today, and I can't tell you what an experience is. You have to come to Namibia and experience these guys right here.
Blue Collar Adventures, proudly sponsored by Spot Hog, the world's toughest archery products. Vortex Optics, the force of optics. Newmont Mining Corporation, Stealth Cameras. Lit Coolers, get cool, get tough, get lit. Walker Game Ears.
To see a wild rhino was one of the highlights of my trip. To get to see a mom and a baby and know that they're out here, they're protecting them from poachers, and that they're thriving out here. You know, anytime you see offspring, you know that something's right.
It's just so awesome to be out there in the wild, like in Africa. It was like a dream. Johan, our cook, he was amazing. He would prepare such awesome dinners for us.
Bad thing about coming to Chapungu Kambako is you're probably going to gain 10, 15 pounds because the food is amazing, and we're eating game that we've harvested or game that we're hunting. And so for a hunter, that's it. That's like the gratification. We go out and we get our own meat.
Breakfast every morning early, and he would send coffee and snacks and lunch with Louie, and then when we got in the blind, we were spoiled.
Warthog is just a cool animal. There's nothing like them. I've never seen anything like them. They come in, they're exciting. They're probably one of the tougher animals to get in there. If your scent's wrong, they'll bust you. We had GoPros out, and they would smell the GoPro and bust and run. Crystal, one of her big animals she wanted was a warthog. So we get in this blind, and in this blind we've been seeing lots of eland here.
We were just seeing all these beautiful animals. We kind of called that one the eland blind because we always saw eland there. We see this big old warthog coming in. And Jay's like, can Crystal get on this one? And Louie's like, yeah, she can get this one. So I was so excited. So I got my bow and I was pretty calm. Like even though this was the main animal I came for, like I was pretty calm during the whole thing. I just drew my Matthews back and squeezed off, and I could see the arrow just go right through. And it took off, running, and I heard him say, yeah, it's a good hit, there's blood, it's a good hit. So then I got excited. I was shaking so bad. It was so exciting.
She's wanted, that's what she wanted more than anything. I almost forget to hit record. I'm so excited for her, and I forget what I'm doing. So that's why she's the camera person and I'm not, because she's really good and I'm not. So it keeps my job security, but he comes in, he turns sideways at the water hole, and you can see on the GoPro in this angle, she makes a perfect shot. She's shooting a new Halon 6 also, and she is lights out. Love to see the excitement on her face. You know, for hunters, we're a team. You know, she is my best friend. She's been on, I don't know how many hunts with me, and the reason the show's good is because of her hard work.
See the mark back?
There's a whole bunch right here.
There he is.
No, it's a rock.
What is it?
It's a rock. I thought the same thing.
There? Is that him running?
Yes, I think so. Dang it, it's another rock.
Another rock. Here he is.
It's a rock.
Oh yeah.
Yay! This is what I came all the way to Africa for. Warthog, not a huge animal. Warthog. So excited.
They're actually beautiful of ugliness, and as like I said, they're a unique animal and they're beautiful in their own way, but I like them.
They're cool.
To shoot them with a bow is pretty damn good.
It's fun.
You did a
it's
good
a challenge.
job.
Thank you so much.
It's pretty awesome.
They tear everything up too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there are holes everywhere and rooting under the...
Yeah, they are very destructive and
There's
strong animals. Yeah.
That's awesome. So cool. I'm so excited. I can't wait to take them home.
Blue Collar Adventures, proudly sponsored by Nature Blinds, the most realistic hunting blinds on the planet. Freedom Power Sports. Huskama Optics. Colt Competition, Texas Edition. Liberty Safes, proudly made in the USA. Fleer Hunting and Outdoors.
We've got some blue wildebeest coming in, but they don't get in range. We've got warthogs, we've got everything kind of right there hanging on the fringe. And all of a sudden Crystal goes, it's the orange one, the one you've been wanting to shoot. It's a red hartebeest. He's come to the water, one single giant bull, meant to be. Here he is, he's back and forth. I'm trying to get my nerves out, and he comes closer and closer. And I was gonna try him at 50 yards, and then all of a sudden he walks 29. And my spot hog, my Halon, tooth of the arrow, it is the perfect storm. This has been an experience of a lifetime. I've had a good life, Louie. great life, but this is just icy. This is all over the cake. This place is phenomenal. We sat here and it's been a lull, and we're like, and we've been chasing that red hartebeest with a long range because they run, and one showed up. It's meant to be. I think it's a good shot. It felt good.
I think it's a very good shot, so I think you can be happy with it.
Oh, good job.
Chapungu Kambako is the place to go in Namibia. I'm telling you what. I have never had this much opportunity to get so many species, and the new Halon from Matthews has been the perfect formula for me.
There he is.
Jeez, he just ran into the streets.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Yes, it's a big bull.
That's a nice bull.
Nice bull.
Done, buddy.
Wow, you good job.
Nice boy.
Oh, he's beautiful, man. He's bigger
Very
than
long.
I dreamed.
He is a monster.
Very long.
Gosh, he's big.
Oh, good job, Chad.
Thank you, Simone.
Oh, it's a nice
job.
hartebeest. Huh?
Beautiful hartebeest. I've wanted these. Oh, wow. Really appreciate you, this country, and what you guys are doing here. I mean, I really mean it. And for me, you're making my dreams come true. I'm blown away by him. Blown away because when he was standing there, just body-wise, he was so.
He's so healthy. Look at him.
He's just not only just a red hartebeest, but a giant one. Lewis is excited, and when a PH gets excited, you know you've got a really good bull. He's just a beautiful, beautiful animal.
Blue Collar Adventures, proudly sponsored by Taco Casa. Real fresh, real food, real good. Kuyu Ultralight Hunting. Capri Camper. Most affordable camper on the road. Carbon Express. Traeger Wood Pellet Grills. Cinnamon Creek Ranch Ultimate Archery.
Like, we need to practice on the sticks. He's like, I didn't even think about it, that you haven't shot off those sticks, because it's totally different than any kind of shooting that I've ever done.
Lewis took Crystal and I out, and we both practiced off the sticks. You know, he wants us to be able to do everything. That's what's the beauty of it out here. They have all the amenities. We've got a shooting range, we've got a target to shoot our bows in, so we can go get dialed in the morning after breakfast. Crystal really wants to harvest a zebra. One of the other animals she wants to get is a hemsbuck, and that's really how you say it, but a lot of people call them oryx. She had a crack of one, it didn't work out. So we go out that morning and we spot a giant bull. So Lewis is off the truck, let's go spot and stalk this guy.
He's gonna either come out in this gap here. Okay. You must maybe come on my right hand side. Okay. Yes, back the shoulder. Good shot. Good shot.
Gorgeous
Look
day.
at this. This is a spectacular bull. Look at his mass on him. Crystal, this is a really nice trophy.
Thank you so much.
Such a beautiful animal.
Hey.
Mooi boom, hè?
It's a fast one
That's
this
nice.
morning.
Wow.
Yes, that's a good
It's a good bull.
Yes, that's a big bull.
He was just a beautiful animal, like the stripes on his face and his horns, and Louis said he was a trophy. I was so excited just to even get one.
Crystal was so happy, and he is a beautiful, beautiful bull. He is another iconic animal of Namibia.
The hunting is one part of this whole thing. The biggest part of it is the friendship. It should be fun. you know, coming to Africa, you have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy the hunt, but also enjoy the company of your professional hunter, the other PHs with you in camp. It's always great. And this week with Jay and Crystal, I had so much fun. We laughed. My stomach was hurting as much as we laughed. The thing is, you get so close to one another, you build this bond, this relationship and friendship over these couple of days that normally you would not have done if it was not for hunting. And that's the great thing about hunting. It brings us together. It brings us as from people from all over the world. It gets you together and make new friends.
Well, hunting show is not always easy, and we do it because we love it. There's not much money in it, but we've learned how to put it together and work as a great team, and now we're getting to show off a place that you would love to go hunt, and that's part of why we do the show, is we want to help you get there. This is a very affordable place to go. This is a great experience for anybody that's a hunter, and I just want to encourage people to come here. And this is what, when we started the show, these are the places I wanted to find for you. And I'm getting to experience it, bring it to you, and hopefully you'll have this experience soon.